The days are counting down. We're getting closer to the first of two huge shows at Kawartha Speedway. Summer Rush presents the Mini Stock Nationals at Kawartha Speedway, Sunday, June 1st, Sunday, July 13th. I mean, we're less than 2 weeks away from these massive events. The first of these massive events, $500 to win. We're getting into our pre-race interviews, our preview, our trailers. Up now is Brandt Graham, driver of the number 12 car at Peterborough Speedway. He's another Kawartha Speedway regular, second generation driver. He will be one of the youngest competitors on the property at the Mini Stock Nationals and will be a favorite to pull off his first career Mini Stock win. I mean, this young man, son of Craig Graham, phenomenal racing pedigree. He'll be here as well as a number of second and third generation drivers. Sunday, June 1st, Sunday, July 13th, Kawartha Speedway, presented by Summer Rush. Check us out on the web, www.oscar.ca for an updated entry list and www.summerrush.ca for gate times, ticket prices, and details heading into this huge event. Kawartha Speedway, June 1st, July 13th, two huge Sunday shows. Brandt Graham's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We hope to see you there. Spencer Lewis here for the Mini Stock Nationals presented by Summer Rush. Talking about Kawartha Speedway this summer, Sunday, June 1st, Sunday, July 13th. And I'm here right now with one of the second generation drivers that'll be in the field, son of current Peterborough Speedway Limited Late Model Track champion. It is none other than Brandt Graham. Now, do they call you the Little Ham, or if your dad's the Glazed Ham, do you got a nickname yet?
I haven't yet, but it's soon to come. I can just, it's been jokes about it, and it's.
I like Little Ham. I think the Little Ham is good.
Okay.
It won't work forever. You can't be like 30 years old and be the Little Ham, but for the right now it works. You're coming into the Mini Stock Nationals as a former Kawartha regular. So I mean, you've got a lot to dwell on. Do you already have the package ready to go? Do you know what sort of setup you're going to be using?
I don't think we do. We have tips and we have notes from Kawartha, but knowing it was my first season there, learning to drive the car and really getting comfortable driving a car, period, because not having my license yet is really, it's a big deal. So it'll be a learning curve for us, but we will definitely take notes from Peterborough and past notes from Kawartha and put them into the car and see what we can do.
Now obviously you're just starting out. You haven't done a whole lot of crown jewel, big event racing yet. You haven't even gotten a victory yet. So this could be huge. If you were to roll into Kawartha and come out with your first career Mini Stock win at the Nationals, I mean, how huge would that be for you?
That'd be a big event. It'd just be really awesome to obviously get my first win there, but it'd be even better because it's in with some of the best guys in Ontario in the Mini Stock division and racing against some of the better guys and like the Farm Bros and Danny Benedict. And it'd be just awesome to go get a win there and at a track that I've already raced at and I've wanted to win there before. It'd be pretty cool.
Now the way that the Nightworks Designs and Dave Gameforth and the Oscar Group have come together to sort of brand this event and market it, they have so much going for them with the car count, $500 to win, the fact that it's at Kawartha, which is one of the best facilities in the province. I mean, what was the one factor that sort of leapt off the page and really made it so that you had to be a part of this?
Well, the Kawartha part, it was really nice. Getting a chance to race there again was cool. But it was the fact that there's going to be cars from all over Ontario and not just autumn colors that I have to look forward to now. It's 2 other races that I can go against other competition, not just the regular every Saturday night guys, which is pretty cool because you get to race against, once again, the better guys in Ontario and really like have some nice competition, get some better competition, closer guys that you can race with, not just the same guys every week.
Now, being a Peterborough regular, you're an Autumn Colors Classic veteran. You've run that event twice now,
yep.
I believe? So twice. So you know what it is to compete in an event where guys are going to be sent home. I mean, you want to stay out of that B main. You want to make sure you're in the A. How hard is it going to be to qualify for the Mini Stock Nationals?
Well, you just got to stay confident, right? Like, it all comes down to that. You just got to go out there, race your race, do what you got to do, and just hope you come out with that. All you can do is hope and I guess if you get lucky, that's all it comes down to.
Are there going to be nerves associated with this when you unload and you look around the pits and you got 50 to 60 other haulers with some of the best in the province? Are you really going to start to feel the pressure?
Oh, for sure. Like I say, like racing at Kawartha before, it's really going to help us, but I was still learning, so it'll be nice to get back to Kawartha, go turn some laps again, and hopefully I can get it into the A main and go from there.
I mean, the fact that you were a Peterborough regular in 2013, you look at the roster that Peterborough had on a full-time basis, with Ryan Babin, Ryan Oosterholt, Chris Mulders, Danny Benedict, Tyler Junkin. I mean, the number of top-tier drivers there every Saturday night, it certainly has to have prepared you to go out there and race against the best in the province. Because I would say right now that Peterborough has the strongest Mini Stock division. Do you feel as though 18 weeks or however many it was at Peterborough has adequately prepared you to go into the Nationals and race against some of the best in the business?
Oh, for sure. With I think 2 or 3 top 3 finishes this season, finishing 1-2 with the Farm Bros was pretty awesome. Like I say, I got my 3rd place finish this year against, and I had both Farm Bros in front of me. And it was cool to keep up with them, race against them, and I definitely learned a ton racing with those guys because it was fun. I could keep up with them at some points, and all it came down to was I learned a lot. And like I say, I can take that and use it at Kawartha now.
Now, your father, Craig, when he was a Thundercar champion, when he was a limited late model champion, he's a veteran of big events like this. I mean, he's done the Classic, he's done Oktoberfest, big events at Sunset. Has he given you any advice yet, or is that going to be more of a race day situation?
Definitely more of a race day situation. We don't really talk strategy until we get to the track. It's more of a stay focused, work on race cars at home, and when we get to the track, we'll worry about that sort of stuff. Nerves don't really happen till race day, so it's definitely a race day situation.
Now, I know from talking to race car drivers for as long as I have, I know that there's pretty near 2 different kinds. There's a strategist who knows exactly what he wants to do and when he wants to do it, and then there's the shoot from the hip type that just take what happens, and they just sort of run and gun. Which one of those defines your style?
It's hard to say. I like to plan what I'm going to do, but I definitely like to shoot from the hip because you never know what's going to happen on a racetrack. You're always just waiting for the next thing to happen. Next guy to spin, next guy to get moved out of the way for you to go through. It's really, you just got to be ready when shit happens. That's all you can do.
To have this type of experience under your belt, I mean, you're only 15 years of age. You don't even have a driver's license yet. It's incredible, and I know it's not possible without a lot of support, both at home and on the car with the marketing partners. Thank the folks that make all this possible.
Well, I definitely like to thank my pop. He is over at my house every day of the week working on my race cars, and definitely my parents for supporting me through this all. Starting and arrive and drive at Mossport was awesome, and going up to mini stock, I've always looked up to my dad as he's raced since I was the year I was born. It's just always been a lifelong dream for me, and I'd definitely like to thank my pop again because it wouldn't be possible without him. I'd like to also thank my sponsors, J&M Restoration, Full Circle Automations Inc., Hot Rod Swag. I think that's all.
Now, I think a real cool tidbit that we're going to add in here is when I had Brian Mercer on bench racing back in October, he mentioned a story. Is your birthday in October?
No, it's
that's
May.
That's your brother?
That's my brother.
Okay,
yeah.
so where Craig actually had to leave the track because Brandt's mom was going into labor with Brandt's brother from the Autumn Colors Classic. So this is the type of racing family we're talking about here. If you don't think it's going to mean a lot to the little ham Brandt Graham to come out and win the Mini Stock Nationals, you're insane. Make sure you're there. He's going to be there. I know you got some social media for me to plug. You got a Facebook page for the team?
We got Graham Racing on Facebook, and also follow us on Twitter at Graham_Racing.
Make sure you hit them up. Follow us on Twitter at Oscar Racing. Follow me on Twitter at InSpecialist. We're going to be having entry list updates. We're going to be talking about the purse, which is $500 to win. Every sort of detail you need to know, make sure you follow us on social media. Check the Summer Rush website, check the Oscar website, and book it on your calendars. Sunday, June 1st, Sunday, July 13th. It's where you need to be, Kawartha Speedway. It is the top tier event for the mini stock division. Brandt, are you stoked for this? You excited for this?
I definitely am. It's a really good thing to look forward to.
Brandt's ready to go. Make sure you keep an eye on this young man. He's got 15 years of age. He's as good a young talent as we've got in this region right now. Really exciting to watch, and he's going places, I assure you of that. So we hope to see you on race day. Mini Stock Nationals presented by Summer Rush.